Tashdele. My name is Geshe Losang Sherab. I have been serving here at Kopan as chanting master since 1998, and I have been also leading the prayers during Giluk Prayer Festival in Nepal. Today I am going to talk a little bit about myself. I was born in a small village called Kunde in Mount Everest region, near not very far away from Laudo. Before I came to Kopan, I used to go to school in my village, which was built by Sir Edmund Hillary, and the school was very good for that kind of condition and place high up in the mountain. And I also enjoyed going to school, but at the same time I had built some interest, a strong interest to become a monk. And I requested my mother to send me to a monastery. But since I was only child she had, she didn't accept. Until I was 13 years old, she didn't send me to a monastery. But even at that time when I was 13 or 12, she didn't think of sending me to a monastery, but somebody advised my mother, telling that since I wanted to become a monk, why don't she go to Laudo to see Lama Rinpoche and request Rinpoche to accept me to become a monk. It was in the year of 1990 when Rinpoche went to Laudo to lead Nyungne. So Rinpoche, because my mother brought me to Laudo to see Lama Rinpoche and request Rinpoche to admit me at Kopan. So that year there were many people who went to Laudo to do the Nyungne, and one day we had got chance to have audience with Rinpoche in his cave at Laudo, and I was there with my mother. So my mother requested Rinpoche to accept me as his monk at Kopan, and Rinpoche kindly checked his mo, and Rinpoche said it's positive, it's good, so I can become a monk at Kopan. And seeing I was getting accepted, other parents also requested Rinpoche to get their children admitted at Kopan, and another did, and at the same that year, about 6 boys were accepted by Rinpoche to send to Kopan, and 3 or 4 other boys, Rinpoche said, Rinpoche advised them to come next year. So in that year, we came down to Kopan with one Western nun called Anin Norzin, and when we arrived here at Kopan, Khenso Rinpoche Lama Lundrup was standing outside the office, and the first monk I saw at Kopan was Khenso Rinpoche, and Khenso Rinpoche brought us up near his room where there's a big dining table, and then he gave us tea, and then from the next day he started teaching us the alphabet, Tibetan alphabet, and then he also taught us the skill of reading Tibetan we call Jorlok. Yeah, so when I came at that time, our Gompa was very small, not so big like now, and we had about 70, 80 monks and 20 nuns. So the nuns were staying behind the hill, and we monks stay this side, the front side of the hill, and we had all the classes running together with the monks and nuns. At that time we didn't have many monks, and how we were taught the alphabet, the prayers was The teacher used to write on blackboard, and then we had to memorize them. The teacher would write two verses or three verses as much as he can write on the blackboard, and then he gave us some time to memorize, and then we had to memorize those prayers quite fast, otherwise he would erase them, and we didn't have time to note them down, because if we note it down, we didn't have chance to memorize them. If we memorized, we didn't have chance to note down. So it was very challenging, but somehow we managed to memorize those prayers in that way. And it was not so easy like now, and books were not so easily available in those days. So that's how we memorized those prayers. And so around 1991 or 2, one teacher called Geshe Losang Sherab came to Kopan. So this Geshe used to be assistant chanting master in Tibet before 1959. And he was very serious teacher. He almost never smiled. The monks used to joke about him, saying that he only smiles on auspicious days. So he was very serious person, but he was very kind-hearted, of course. And then we were taught our memorization class by this Geshe, and also he taught the tunes according to Saraje Monastery, the tunes of those prayers that we memorized. And around 1992, at that time, we also entered the philosophy class, Dura. So Khyentse Rinpoche Lama was teaching us the philosophy class. But Khyentse Rinpoche was very interested. He has very strong interest in tunes of any prayers. And he was very good in those tunes. So after Geshe Sherab taught us those tunes, sometime in the philosophy class, Khyentse Rinpoche would test us and see how good we have learned. And of course, I was one of those monks who were very interested in those tunes and learned quite well. And so around the 1992 again, one day I was resting in my room, and the captain came in my room and saying, "Go and dance in Chenese Gomba, do Lama dance." Of course, I didn't know Lama dance at that time, but without any second thought, I just ran towards Chenese Gomba. And in Chenese Gomba, I found Geshe Lama Konjo there and one or two other monks. Then Geshe Lama Konjo was saying that he's going to teach us the dance. And then later the captain sent other monks, and like about 10 monks there. Then we started learning the Lama dance from that year. And we also performed the dance behind the old Gomba once. So Geshe Lama Konjo said that he want to start the Lama dance at Kopan because Kyabje Lama Sopa Rinpoche is very interested in Lama dance. So it's like something like offering for Rinpoche. And of course, in those days, finance, money was always difficult. But Geshe somehow managed to buy those expensive brocades, and then he made those, he brought the tailor master here, and then he made those clothes and the mask. Of course, it cost a lot of money. And then, of course, not just the money, Geshe Lama Konjo put a lot of effort in teaching those dances. So I was one of the first monks who learned dance from Geshe Lama Konjo, and not many. I think I am the only person staying in the monastery now from that first group of dancers. And so I was learning these dances also from that time. And of course, we had those Tibetan and English classes and philosophy class. Of course, as I said, Khyentse Rinpoche was teaching that time. And in 1993, our teacher Geshe Sherab had to go to Sera because he was appointed the chanting master in Sera. But since 1991, they established the Gelug Monlam in Nepal. So from that time, Kopan was playing the major role in the Gelug Monlam. And from the second year, Geshe Sherab was leading the prayers during the Great Prayer Festival, and all the monks were answering, the debate, and those monks were debating which are main, programs in the Monlam. Gelug Monlam has many programs and many important things that makes it successful. So one of them is the chanting, of course. Another one is debating, answering the debates, making the butter sculpture, and of course the organizing committee. So all this makes the Monlam prayer festival go well. So among all these things, the chanting sites and the debates and the monks answering to those debates, all those responsibility were taken by Kopan. So Geshe Sherab was leading those prayers, and of course when the chanting master leads the prayer during Monlam, as a tradition they use the throat voice. We call Zoke, but deep throat voice. And I was quite impressed by that kind of strong voice. And I requested Geshe Sherab, because I didn't have to feel nervous or shy to ask him, because I was quite close with him. So one day I went to his room. I said, Genla, can you teach me that skill of chanting, the throat chanting? He just laughed. He didn't pay much attention, and then he talked something else. So I thought he was not interested. But after a year or so, one day I was watching television on a holiday, and one friend came to look for me, and he said Geshe Sherab was looking for me. Then of course I ran down the stairs, and then I found Gela there waiting with a bag and mattresses in his hand. And he said, you said you want to learn the throat chanting, so let's go. So I carried the bag, I carried the cushion, and then Geshe brought me to one of nice spot on the other side of the hill and outside Kopan. Then we practiced there for 2 hours, and Geshe in his bag, Geshe brought tea, hot water. So we shared the hot water, tea, and we learned the throat chanting. And from that time, he didn't teach me personally like this, but I practice myself whenever I find a nice spot where there's nice echo. Okay, so I learned the throat chanting by myself from that time. We at that time, in those days, we had many senior Geshe-las like Geshe Lama Konjo, Khenso Rinpoche, Lama Lhunrup, Geshe Khenjo, Geshe Wangshin, many Geshe-las. Kind of felt very comfortable, because whatever we had to ask, there's always someone to ask, refer to. And Geshe Wangshin, after finishing his term of Gigu at Kopan, disciplinary master, he went to Taiwan. And in 1997, he came back to Kopan, and at the same time, Demo Loche Rinpoche was here at Kopan to teach, give a teaching on Pratimoksha vows. And although I was not chanting master officially, I was asked to lead the prayers during the teaching of Loche Rinpoche. And of course, it was a good chance for me to perform my skill of the throat chanting. So I did that. I chanted those prayers with the deep throat chanting. And Geshe Wangshin just came. So after the teaching, I went to see Geshe Wangshin in his room. And Geshe Wangshin said, oh, the mouse had become a donkey. Previously, he used to call me Mouse because as a small boy, I had very sharp voice. I was quite naughty, of course. But then at that time, when Geshe said that, the mouse had become a donkey, I became happy. I took that as a compliment. And then, around 1997, 8, there had been some difficulty in the Gelug Monlam committee because His Holiness, out of compassion, advised to not to worship the Shugden, Dorje Shugden. So Kopan and some monasteries, of course, followed His Holiness's advice immediately. Kopan, of course, before His Holiness advised, we didn't have this kind of worshipping the Shugden. We didn't have that tradition, so we were okay following His Holiness advice. But there are other monasteries, who had been worshipping Shugden, and they didn't want to give up. So now the Gelug Monlam committee became two, broke into two, worshipping Shugden, not worshipping Shugden, and it became very uncertain whether to hold the Monlam that year or not. So, because the chairman of the Monlam management committee was from the other side, the head of the Monlam, the Lama, who holds a throne during the Monlam festival, was also from that side. So it became very uncertain whether to continue the Monlam or not. But Khyentse Rinpoche was very skillful. So usually what we do here is, since Kopan was leading the prayers and everything, taking responsibility on leading the prayers and everything, we used to have, every year before the Monlam, we used to practice for 1 week, all the chantings. Then at the end of the practice, we do a rehearsal, complete rehearsal of Monlam here at Kopan. Every year we did that. They still were doing. So Khyentse Rinpoche called the other side, and then Khyentse Rinpoche told them that even though you're not organizing or not, we have been holding a Monlam ourselves here, so we are going to continue it. So Khyentse Rinpoche was very skillful. So he told this to the other side. Then, of course, they must have agreed. So anyway, so Kopan decided to have our own Monlam, okay, and some other monasteries who followed His Holiness's advice, they also came to join the Kopan Monlam, and so they decided to join and form a small committee. But they had a difficulty now because they didn't have a head Lama leading the Monlam. So they went to request Lama Sopa Rinpoche play the role as the head of the Monlam, that is like representing Lama Tsongkhapa. So Lama Sopa Rinpoche did that, accepted with great kindness. And in that year, so Monlam was held at Kopan, and it became very successful. And from that year on, almost every Monlam was held here at Kopan. And although Geshe Losang Sherab was appointed as chanting master in Seraja Monastery, he used to come during the Monlam, before Monlam, and then he taught the chantings, and then after the Monlam, he used to go back down to Sera. But in around 2001, I think 2001, after the Monlam, Geshe Sherab asked me. At that time, in 2001, I was the assistant chanting master during the Monlam. So after the Monlam, Geshe Sherab asked me, "Do you remember everything, all the prayers?" Then I said, "Yes, of course I remember. I just did." He said, No, not what you did. Do you remember what I was doing? I said, some I remember. Then he said, you must remember. You must remember because you need to lead the Monlam next year. Then I said, I remember now, but in 1 year I will forget. And then he said, no, you cannot forget. You must note down. And I didn't pay much attention because I'm quite sure that next year he's going to come and he's going to lead. But he's again, because I used to go to his room quite often because he was one of my teachers. I was very close with him. And he said, no, you must note down. You must note down. Next year I'm not going to come. Then I thought in my mind that, of course, he may not want to come next year, but Khyentse Rinpoche Lama Lungrup will give a call and request, and Geshe Sherab will have no choice but he will come. So again, I just didn't pay much attention what he said. And then another time he said, hey, you must note down. You must ask me whatever doubt you have about the Monlam chanting. So you must note down everything. Because next year I will not come. But even if I come, I'm too old. Of course, he was very old at the time, 70 plus, almost 80. He said, next year I'm not going to come. And even if I come, I will not be able to lead the prayers. You have to lead. So you must note down everything. So since he's asked me many times, I went to his room with a notebook, and then I noted down everything, every steps, every prayers during every sessions of the Monlam Prayer Festival. Everything I noted down. And then, of course, Geshe Lo went down to Sera after I think 10 days after the Monlam, he went to Sera. And so true. It was like he was telling out of clairvoyance.
My most dear, most kind, most precious and wish-fulfilling the students and friends and father, mother, brothers, all the sentient beings. First I want to introduce just a little. Just only for us sentient beings to be free from oceans of samsara sufferings, and Buddha, Shakyamuni Buddha, kind compassion Shakyamuni Buddha, descended in this world, resembling in the South Kasole. Southern world, resembling in this world, just for that. So that means just for you, just for me, just for you. We have to understand like that. Always point out, sentient beings, you, for me, for you. Like that, relate. Then you understand. Buddha descended in the world. So you have to think like that. You have to know like that. Then you can feel connection with you and Buddha. The connection, So because Yeah, of course we see according to Pali or that's a difficulty also. So according to them is the I think they probably the only one Buddha, I guess. So and so became enlightened Buddha. So all reality, you see, the kind of birth, conception, birth, our kind of, and then lived the princely life, the married life, then renounced that and sing death and old age and sing this and so. And that is then you see, then you left home and all that. It's a reality. It's the first time, recognize realize the nature of samsara, suffering, see, suffering of samsara. So, particularly human being suffering. So, like that, they got the first. So the 12 deeds what Buddha did. All are sort of first. According to a kind of great vehicle, then you see, and Buddha enlightened to unbelievable length of time ago. This is his act, kind of, for example, teacher act to the children when they teach act, so they can understand that act like children. See, they act, then teach the children so they learn easier. So it's like that. So 12 days, the enlightenment, passing by sorrowless enlightenment, or it's first time. So that, his Holiness said in the different place or the teachings did mention, but how Buddha became enlightened. Now you have to understand the whole path. How Buddha became enlightened. Then you see the understanding of the path is not there, the complete path to enlightenment, the great real path. That doesn't come in the Kazure. Pali or the followers of the the Elizabeth said. So that doesn't show the whole path. It doesn't show the great record of the teaching, the whole path to enlightenment doesn't show great regular today. The Sutra and Tantra does show, you see, all that whole complete path of the trust. Doesn't show. So there, how Buddha achieved enlightenment, it's on different places. So how Buddha achieved enlightenment, then became very difficult to expand. Because you don't accept or you don't have learned or don't accept the Great Bible, Sutra and Tantra. So anyway, as what Hazel said, so yeah, Buddha became Latin, yeah, you accept, but then how? You see, that's difficult. It's for them to understand. So anyway, so you see, while Buddha was showing 12 days here in this world, and Buddha showing another world, you see, here showing enlightenment, another world showing conception, or coming descending from bodhichitta, another world teaching Dharma. So 12 days, but each world different, you see. That's the Buddha's actually particular story, teacher quality, Buddha's quality, that total freedom, Buddha's whole mind, is omniscient, total freedom. See, so according to karma, the sentiment, so different world like that at the same time, like that. So that happened. So like that. So tonight, so yeah, evening time, the evening time of 14th Tibetan calendar, 14th today. So evening time is the Buddha's 12 days in there. Here you see, showing the subduing the Maras, million Maras. Not million, 10 million Maras. Subduing. This evening. That's the time. So that's then tomorrow morning is the time. Then dawn time is the time is the achieving enlightenment. But tomorrow is so therefore this tomorrow is the day, a special day achieving enlightenment. So whatever merit we collect, if we do one prostration, it becomes a 100 million prostration. If you do Vajrasattva mantra, it becomes a 100 million Vajrasattva mantra. So, if you mental emptiness, 5 minutes, if you read Dhammankara Sutta, it becomes a 100 million Dhammankara Sutta. So if you mention bodhichitta, renunciation, if you mention so it's like 100 million times meditation. So powerful, becomes unbelievable. So if you make an offering to, one water bowl offering, then it becomes 100 million. So anything what you do, offering the sanghas, offering monks offering the sanghas, 1 rupee, for example, 1 rupee, $1, because to each sangha becomes made increase 100 million rupees offering or dollars offering, like that. So you can similarize with this rest of the practice. So 1 light offering becomes 100 light offering. Even Christmas light time, 100 or million or 100 million light offering. Also that. Unbelievable increase. So, but then not only that, tomorrow is also a special day of the Buddha, Buddha's birthday. So then again, you see, Buddha's birthday, So then should increase much more than benefits should increase much more than that, than 100 million. You see, not only that, then on top of that, you see, passing away and sorrowless that. Nyangal Deva. Tomorrow is so will be unbelievable. Unbelievable, not just for 100 million, but it's unbelievable. Tomorrow, yes, combined 3 special, so like that. Unbelievable. Like this, okay. So therefore, yes, so yeah, so there's unbelievable, incredible chance to clash message, unbelievable, most unbelievable, beyond than what you can think, what you can grasp, So very important, to the best. We see that everything to the best. So that's why I want to talk tomorrow about okay. So, because we don't have long life, we think even the day when you're going to die with a heart attack, in the morning I'm going to live for many years, I'm going to live long. So you get up with this concept of permanence. Even you're going to die that day, heart attack, or car accidents, or whatever, there's a different way to die. Coma, that's 7 ways. So, yeah, even the car accident, even 5 minutes before car accident, you have this same thought, I'm going to live for many years. Oh, yes, I'm going to live and you don't die. Oh, so concept of permanence. So you can't trust with that. Always, you can't trust with that. So that cheats you completely. That I've been cheating from beginning to birth up to now. That's why we're still in suffering. That's why we're still not liberated from suffering. So you have to understand. So concept of permanence, something which is permanent, life is impermanent. That's your impermanent death. Yeah, so then, it can die by next year this time, today you're dead and on your body in the cemetery, and or put in the wood coffin and bring that place and then bury it. Which in the West, a lot of money cost, very expensive to die. To die in the West is very. You do what the people do, then it's so expensive. So not even one, not. There's no how many money you spend, how many $1,000. It doesn't have one single merit. So sad. But then you follow what other people do. So much money spent. There's no one single benefit to your body and to your mind. There's no one single benefit to your next life. I think your next life will be anywhere. So, 6 realms, wow. Even though it can be ants, it can be, koala bear, can be worms, can be blood drinker. This worm goes like this, can be anything. That was it. Can be anything. Yeah. That much money, if you give a beggar who don't have food, who can't get medicine, who's sick, yes, don't have shelter, so much suffering. You make charity, you can give happiness to many beggars who need with that money. I don't know how many $1,000 cost. So that's also a result. When you do that sincerely from your heart, then become virtue. Then every action, every karma become good karma. So there's a little happiness you can enjoy from life to life. Not only one life, but life to life. Far into the lifetime. The million, up. Then ultimately you can go to enlightenment. Done sincere, that not with the worldly concern. My happiness, my reputation, no, but simple thing, happiness for others. Yeah, you see, suffering others, all that, Yeah, with Dharma mind because Dharma, you see, Dharma, also that. Anyway, so there's even $1,000. There's so many ways you can benefit many people. You can benefit that. Well, so you can make a meaningful. They help people, the happiness to the others, the happiness to yourself. Life to life, Paul, yes, goes hundreds and thousands of life to life benefit, a result of happiness. All your wishes can succeed, and healthy body, healthy life. His long life and all the things are even while you're in samsara, you can enjoy. So that's totally wasted by foreign culture, or basically due to ignorance and not knowing what is right, what is wrong. not done karma, not done dharma. All of that. So no benefit to yourself, no benefit to the others, to the sentient beings. So total wasted. How much you spend money for that? So you're totally, most of us, totally somewhere else, completely somewhere, another universe, another world, another universe, or born as insects or whatever, the sixth realm, the hell, hunger, but mostly, of course, some higher realm or temporal realm. So, so tomorrow, so today, the mental lumbrium, complete lumbrium, so reading essential nectar, that's quite elaborate, but it's not, not so elaborate as like liberation palm, but then there's other short lumbriums like happy path or there's things there. So you can go through that. It becomes 100 million times. Even much more than that. Is a material lumbrium, the whole lumbrium, bodhichitta, renunciation, bodhichitta, root, the root path to enlightenment. They correctly following the voice of friend. So fortunate, so fortunate, so fortunate. So makes you closer to enlightenment, by leaving the positive imprint. The path to the enlightenment. But incredible. The other things, no matter how much you are busy, even no time to, to read, like that, Dhamma books. But no matter how much busy, but you see, rejoicing is very good. The Nagarjuna advised the king. Joe Gallant's advised the king, so Nagarjuna advised. The king is so busy, so busy. So three things advised in the life of the king who was so busy. So one is rejoicing the marriage. Your marriage, others' marriage. Then let me see. I don't remember. Sorry. Rejoicing, the important one. Then that maybe refuge. Do you remember? Kiran? Huh?
No, I don't remember.
There are three advice. The king's life. Three advice, but now I don't get because king's life is so busy. No time to, to listen to I mean, to read and, Dharma books and so, not much time, so then besides the rejoicing, and then I think other ones are maybe refuge, I think.
Bodhichitta?
Huh?
Remembering bodhichitta and dedication.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That's, yeah, that might be. Mm. That might be. I don't remember. Dedication, one might be dedication for sure. 100% sure. I would say 100% sure. Yeah, might be bodhichitta probably. Yes, so that. Okay, so rejoicing. So you can do like this. Malas. So because it's a very special day. Tomorrow not only 100 million, but unbelievable number more than the Bible. So therefore, you can do rejoicing with a mala, one mala or rejoicing your own past, present, future marriage. And then rejoicing other sentient beings, numberless sentient beings. Sentient beings means numberless sentient beings. They past, present, future marriage, rejoice. Then the Buddhas. Buddhas are contained in that. Don't say Buddha. So your mouth is always, God used Buddha, always after Buddha. But here I'm dividing three. So second one, rejoicing other sentiments, marriage. That includes Bodhisattvas. So you have to know that. So then Buddha's married. Buddha's the three-time marriage. Rejoice. So like that. So that's one thing. Of course, then bodhichitta. Seven times one cause effort or equalize ones for others and then exchange ones for others. Bodhichitta, I mean, yeah, in Tong, especially Tonglen, that's each time you take the sentient beings numberless, not one, even one sentient being. Okay, merit when you take the suffering, all the suffering, all the delusion, all the cause of suffering. It's unbelievable. So anyway, just total sentiment is numberless. Numberless in each realm, even each realm. The numberless sentiments in the hell, the numberless sentiments hungry, the president, the numberless sentiments animal realm, as well as the human realm, Sura, Asura. Oh, unbelievable. I have to know to think like that, So you see, when you take that suffering, so much problem, so much suffering, the cause of all the delusion. You collect, skies are made that life like that numberless times. Then each time you give, all the your body possession, all the marriage, past, present, future. Then you give all the happiness, the marriage and the result happiness, after enlightenment. You get everything to the numberless helpless, numberless anger, numberless email. Skies marriage, numberless times you call it. So if you are smart, then you should do this. You're a very smart human being. If you are smart, sentient being, if you are wise human being, then you don't practice tomorrow. The best, we're hero, bodhichitta practice, hero, you know? Oh, that's when you fight the war, you run, not scared, run towards the enemy to fight, you see? That hero. So now hero, who you fight, subject, thought. You see? To defeat that. And with bodhichitta, you see? So like that. Oh, that. Take all the undesirable things, what others don't like, everything, all the suffering cause, everything, even the place, undesirable place, whatever, you give it a subject, then you give all the merit, all the happiness, everything. Wow, that's best practice. Yeah, so anyway, So, so bodhichitta is the Tonglen, bodhi practice, all that best practice. That if you die with that, it's the best way of dying. Die with bodhichitta. So it's often his own says, die with bodhichitta, the best way of dying. So that is the best way. Because we haven't actualized Four Noble Truths, and so like me, like me. So since born under the control of delusion karma, so I have to die under the control of delusion karma. Since you have to get actualized Four Noble Truths, wisdom realizing, and it's especially directly perceiving. So have to die. So into the control of delusion karma. So that's what I'm talking, I'm forgetting. What did I say before that?
The best things to do tomorrow,
Oh, yeah. Yeah, correct, that's right. So, that's the best way of dying. You die with bodhichitta. even you don't have actual realization, but the effort for Buddhism, or at least you see our mind dedicated with it. Wow, it's good. Wow, pure mind. Then you see women die. Other times women die with anger, with attachment, desire, strong desire, jealousy, die. Then terrible will die. Oh. Then terrible will die. Then you're not only you're so sad, but whole family is so sad. Your friends so sad, terrible. Blah, blah, blah. Then you get a born Lord himself. I'm not sure how many years will suffer. They will die. Years will die. So therefore, no, now you die with the bodhichitta. It's best. Happiest death. So if you die, I'm not saying it will die, but I'm saying if it happens, similar that I explained the virus. Yeah, I was telling the root. There are people also there, where people there. Also, I was advising them to help giving food. So if you die, if you get this, if you die, it's like this. With good thought to help benefits, and if you die with, this is the best way to die. Then dying, later dying, when someone with heavy sickness, then you cannot practice that, then subjecting thought of fear, die. You want that? No. You see, I'm telling you that. So then they listen to the people who didn't want to go, then I send advice, they didn't want to go. So very good. It's great purification and collective merits for them. Unbelievable. So like that, you don't. Normally you don't do. We do practice Dharma in a very comfortable way. Something that you like. You don't be a hardship. You don't suffer. Kind of like that. Because as we practice with subject thought, this is how you live your life. So you say, look for happiness, comfortable. Now here you don't follow subject thought, you follow bodhichitta. So that, yeah. With compassion, then all the sufferings and the causes of the delusion come out. The undesirable suffering place. They are absorbed in the form of dark, smoke, or whatever, in the form of dark, absorbed in your heart on the self-chasing thought. Your enemy, your real enemy, that made you suffer from beginning to birth, to samsara. Now then, by following that, endlessly you will suffer. You will let you suffer in the samsara. All the six ocean suffering is based again, numbers of so all this didn't let you to achieve enlightenment up to now, and it won't let you to achieve enlightenment, just destroy. I'll destroy that. Oh, you see, like bombs. Like when America was fighting to Iraq, I think. So there was an army place. So from very, 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 very far, they shoot the bullet. I don't know what you call. What do you call? Missile. And it goes exactly on that. Then blow pieces, see, blow pieces. Like that. So this was the subject. Also, then also the other subject of cherish the real I, and that's believed by the eye-grasping ignorance. You see, holding the eye as a real existing permanent. Gone! Totally gone! Not there! I went through emptiness for a little while. Concentrate. Then, then you do that by maintaining wrong kindness. Then you do giving. So, so you do the giving. Yes, so maybe I will be explaining later, but I think because of tomorrow practice, tomorrow unbelievable merit, not only 100 million, but more, so much more. So they were explaining little details how to do meditation. So first giving the body, okay? So you visualize, my root guru but answered to my question. Here, Lamrim, you visualize not like white expression, red expression, but means actual flesh, butter, blood, mountains of bone, flesh, you give that spirit, but not here. Here you visualize Vishkran jewel. You visualize Vishkran jewel. You know the Tibetan this Vishkran jewel. So main thing is even you don't know the shape of the which grounding. From that, whatever you pray, everything you get that way, all that. Okay, so but even that, not only one, numberless. Oh, so you see, numberless happens. Numberless happens. Yes, you got it. Okay. Wow. Then numberless hunger goes. Numberless, your body is numberless, which you can do. Yes. Then numberless animals. Numberless tiniest in the water, larger mountains, or all kinds in the water. Then in the ground, in the bushes, all the ants, mosquitoes, what tiniest or whatever. Yeah, snakes, tigers, whatever. The trees, the bush, and the earth, the sky, the birds, and also you give all, everyone. Then you see, you give your body in numberless which can jewel there. Every human being, there are numberless universe. When I say human being, you should not think only this world. No, there are numberless universe. So there were numberless human beings. Same to others, Same thing, helping Sanguru, and same. Number of human beings, the number of universe. Yeah. Then Buddha, the scientific also, number of universe. So the number of human beings. Then number of the suras, number of the asuras, and each one got numbers. Like that, you see. Then after that, so to keep it short, that in the commentary of the sutra, by Geshe Losang, wow, that's, I think that power, I don't know what it was, Sanskrit word. The power, the power, so much details explained that. So even not, even just by hearing, you may get exhausted, you may fall asleep. So you might run to the beach, probably. Or to climb the Mount Everest at the beach, or climb the mountain. So after that, then you see, you give your longue in all your enjoyment. All the enjoyment, you see. Yeah. Money and everything, you see. All the enjoyment, you give, again, numberless helpings. All the enjoyments to every sending. What I'm saying, every helping. All the enjoyment to every helping. That's what I'm saying, like that. Then hungry gods, animals, human beings, suras, asuras, so. Then all the enjoyment, not just, all the enjoyments like the witch can do. They're all, every enjoyment is bring or fulfill all the wishes for happiness. You have to think that. Not just give me this, no. Whatever, big or small, whatever enjoyment, for them, wish fulfilling one. You see? Everything. That. Then you give all the merits. Past life, beginning is about merit, now, future, all the merits. Give it. Numberless happens, numberless hunger goes, numberless animals, numberless human beings. Wow, that's so good to give them. So that to give them, then they get happiness, what they want. You see. It's like you see, people who died, their family asked to pray monastery. You see, monks. So then they do puja, they collect merit by offering to Buddha, Lama, Sangha. Charity to the sentient, whatever. You see, then there's how much they know practice, so they must so much collect. Then they give away. They give the merit away. That's sentiment, charity. To the person who died, whatever. Then you see, you give them, then they get free from Lord. Then they make Dhamma, you see, all the needs they achieve all the needs. Like this, you have to think, you have to know that. You see? So now, you see all the merits quite in the past from beginners, now, future, give it to everyone. Just like that before, helping hungry animals, human beings. So now they got everything what they want. Happiness, they got everything what they want. Then now, next one, what they need. So it is a perfect image, but they all they meet Mahayana teaching. Met perfect qualified guru revealing the understanding path to enlightenment. And by pleasing most, by pleasing most, so the mind, then they achieve enlightenment. Then they achieve all the realizations and free from, liberated from the disturbance of obscuration and subtle obscuration. To shed obscuration to achieve the full mind. Purified, then they all become enlightened. Everyone become enlightened. Helping the hungry animals, all of that. This is how to meditate. So great practice. So I am blessed for you to meditate tomorrow. But I explain how to do. So otherwise, But the subject of this part of thought comes more after later. Okay, so then, so tomorrow, what you must know is that many people say 100,000, maybe 100,000. No, come on. It's my guru, Rinpoche, from whom he's only received the Sajja Lamde initiation, and my guru also Sajja Rinpoche received many initiations from Rinpoche. So Rinpoche wrote book. I think it's about building monastery or something. There it says, Dua Lung Binaya. Transmitted, teaching of them. Duolung, name Duolung. So there might be more titles, I think. But however, Duolung, quotation. You have to know that. Then Kasura said, on the 4 special days, I think there's 8, and for special days of Buddha, enlightenment day, then the Kasura turn the Dharma wheel, and then the Kasura turn the Dharma wheel. Then this is what is that? Maybe. Showing miracle power, the 15 days, when the Tibetan New Year starts from the first month, until 15 days. All others just one day. Now they have 15 days. That's the best time for to do practice, retreat or practice, all the best. Call it most mad. So anyway, those days you collect 100,000 merits. So if you prostration, one prostration becomes 100,000, 100 million, 100 million prostrations. So like that, you get similar to the other practices. 그래서 그래. Yeah. Then sun, there's the western says sun eclipse. But Tibetan Nyingzin is different. The different explanation. Nyingzin Dadzin is not eclipse. It's not translation of that. So that's the Western way. So, sun eclipse is merits a million merits. 100 million merits on sun eclipse. Then moon eclipse 700,000 merits. So that's what it said in the Dualung. This is but Benjen Shakti Shri, Benjen Shakti Shri, then so much, I don't have not here, but so much benefits is much more than that. So much more. So I don't, not so necessary to read that. So much more. So it may have its own quotation, it may have its own references. So anyway, like that. So, so I want to say that to understand. So it was to understand, to make sure you understand that. Not just foreign people. Why not? No, not like that. Yeah, much more. Also tomorrow and sun eclipse, no, moon eclipse. Moon eclipse tomorrow. So, yeah, morning? Evening, yeah, moon eclipse, yeah. So, the extra. Okay.
So 100 million for each. Rinpoche, want to explain that? 100 million for each.
Yeah. So, not only just 100 billion, but unbelievable. So let's say, I guess maybe I may have to stop. Then tomorrow I'm going to do 2 sessions. I'm going to read a Sutta of liberation. Sutta, Tando, Tawachimido, Sutra of Great Liberation. I'm going to read that, and that's what came the best one thing to do, to have the people who are listening. The unbelievable purification. So, unbelievable merits. So here at Kopan Monastery, I did, I think it was 2 years ago. Yeah, I finished explaining the benefits, and then did the long all transformation of that, which I received from journal, which complete. Got a nice book from Tibet, very nice. Then got half of chapter, before that, then I go Monday Buddha retreat, so I asked Rinpoche whether I can receive long from tab. So Rinpoche said yes, okay. So Okay, so that's unbelievable. That's incredible. The purification. So much. So ABC, I did in ABC, I think. ABC, I did. I think I did in ABC. So Sikkim, he sponsored to translate this.
Sweet Kim.
Huh?
Sweet Kim.
Sweet Cam. Sweet Cam.
Sweet Kim.
Huh?
Sweet Kim.
Sweet Cam. Except sir. Two translate. To spend money for translation. So I don't know how much it finished, but yeah. So then available in English. I don't know if it's in English. I'm sure that's Chinese, but I haven't heard English yet. So, okay, I'm going to room of that, maybe 2 sessions, break between, and yes, because if it's not finished, then I can do, following days. So just do tomorrow. So that, okay? So that's, 그래서 그래. Yeah. Yeah, maybe stop there. Huh? Yeah. So.
Basically 100 million for each of those activities tomorrow.
Yeah. I talked before.
And also, if there's lunar, there's...
Yeah, I mentioned before. So I guess that's, so I think, and then, then you see Heart Sutra, mental Heart Sutra, all the, if you don't know how to mental, but it resides, it live positive imprint, so that soon you can realize emptiness and you can be free from samsara. From beginningless birth, we have not been free. So now we can be free. So sooner or later we can be free, not this life, next life, the next what is like that. Within 6 lifetimes or whatever. You see, as much as possible, it's quick. That? Dhammankara Sutra, Ayasanga Sutra, and that golden man, yes, that, yeah, we can read also. Okay, those begins, more than the mill, yeah, or do change practice or money payment, then people tomorrow becomes so much number, the budget sapa, you do with normally budget sapa retreat, you say, well, 3 months or something. Yeah, then the catch was there, you can do, if you do tomorrow, many millions, and so, anyway. So whatever. And then those who can do self-initiation, or do that, because do that. With the strong faith, purified all the general negative karma collected from beginning is about. And broke the Padma Buddha Zaba Tantriba, then habits in the Kama. Ham Buddha Guru's holy body from beginning to about. Broad advice from beginning to about. Guru's advice. It disturbs the whole mind. You know. From beginning to about up to now. Oh yeah, totally be right. So that's if you can do that, it's incredibly powerful. So those you know you haven't done retreat, then you can do talk. You know, you can do that. So powerful. Okay, so that. Yeah, that's it. Just some examples I mentioned or something. Okay. Okay, I think that's it. So stop here. Okay. All right. Good night. No, all the past best number listen number Buddhas. Chanjo Sanjo Rinpoche Maje Bonan Juju Java Nyamba Meba Kone Kondu Bevarajo Kondera Chintu Meba Junde Dende Lua Meba Pensa Gamen Trozo Java Yulu Gonden Dawara Chinji and all the all the people who died, who gave name to me, who rely on whom I promised pray for, whose names go to me, those names go to me, those are dead, died, you know. So okay, so yeah. So all that, see, on particular died with virus. That is what those are born Lord realms. To never be born Lord realms, to be born with immediate liberty. And may they be born in the pure land where they can become enlightened, or at least they receive the perfect human birth, with Mahayana teaching, with Pablokalpa Guru revealing amnesty about enlightenment. Enlightenment. They please the most one, but with enlightenment. All that. Okay, so pray for them, okay? Due to all the three dimensions, number listen, they will number Buddhas. Kyawa Gundu Ayangda Lama Tangdame Chuji Pala Along Ching. Satan Lanjie Yante Rabzone Doje Change Kopan Monastery. Then from bodhichitta, what great Buddha session that was said, that you couldn't remember the advice. Samja Naba Chinya did all three dimensions called number listen, they were numbers Buddhas. Samja Naba Chinya Banyuda Nere Tajud. Nena Malua Batakzo Joma Meba Shaw Samja Naba Chinya Banyuda Nere Tajud. Nena Malua Batakzo Joma Meba Shaw Samja Naba Chinya Banyuda Nere Tajud. Nana Malu Batato Joma Meva Shoai. Then you can my full, I did all the past miracles by material called numberless Buddhas. May fulfill the wishes of all sentient beings. More than which can do. May fulfill all the desire, all the aspect of whole. So I may fulfill all that more than which can tree. Due to all the past, marriage, numberless and being numberless Buddhas. That which do not exist from its own side. Exists in the mere name. To that matter, I who exist, who do not exist from its own side. It is the mere name. Achieve the Buddhahood, which do not exist from its side. It is the mere name. I lead all the sentient beings who do not exist from its own side. I exist in the mere name. To that Buddhahood which do not exist from its own side, exists in mere name. By myself alone, who do not exist from its side, exists in mere name. Hey, Jaman Bavi Chidajimata Kunda Sambati and Dejinda Kunji Jesantara Gavati Tanjira Tungo to the Jebi Javatam Jejunga to the Navai Tagata Tikinya Sambati Jeratungo Arainji Jita Commander and Maluba Kale Joel Sayambe Kade Zumel So
Zoye zonga mo, no